Thank you. So I've done zero preparation. The part of the title that got left off because my handwriting is, quote, as bad as a boy's from my grade 6 teacher, is generative AI, GenAI, LLMs. And my background is a tech writer, about 100 years now, counting. My latest gig was at a large insurance company, which I shall remain unnamed, but if you see on LinkedIn, you'll know exactly who it is. I was in the knowledge management team. I was the knowledge management lead. And we had, in the last year, maybe 5, 6, maybe 7, I don't know, declarations from on high or from the side. Everyone's got to use this GenAI tool, or we've got this new project and we're going to solve some stuff. And it was really incoherent, right? And that's fine. Wild West, new technology, we're all going to try the new things. And they kept failing. And one of them, I actually made it fail because I thought, nah, I'm attending every single one of these project meetings uninvited. And every time I said, have you talked to New Zealand Legal about this? Have you talked to New Zealand Legal about this? New Zealand Legal, have you talked to them? And finally, I dobbed them in, and New Zealand Legal showed up and put the kibosh on the whole thing because it was way not going to be okay. And an insurance company, it's a highly regulated industry. You can't be just flapping around with this stuff. So I feel kind of proud and kind of ashamed. But anyway, why did they keep failing? And a lot of them were about, we're going to write the stuff with the new thing, and then we don't have to pay you expensive doofuses to write the things. And it was that level of maturity is what I was getting from the projects and the objectives they were trying to achieve. Why did it keep happening? And one day I had this idea, which is what I'm here to talk about, 2.5 minutes in. You know when you Google technical writing process and then tap image, you see a lovely loopy diagram, right? And it's got a big loop, and it might have arrows in it, and it's got names for the stages, and then the more mature, exciting ones have little sub-loops off the side, little review cycles, approval, and then you'll often have another loop, which is, oh, it's been out for a year, we're going to like re-review the darn thing. And then there might even be another loop, which is, when do we get rid of it? How do we retire the documentation? It's a really loopy diagram. It's probably got colours. And what it's trying to do is capture for junior tech writers how to get better, for organisations who know they need to get better. It's aspirational, but that's what we're aspiring to. If you do the same thing for business writing process, you get a single circle. It's got like maybe 3. And what that's for is to help people in the business who have to write, which is a lot of people in every business. It's trying to help them to understand you've got to review it, and it helps to think first. So can we break it down from, oh, I'm just going to sit and have a kind of a stream of consciousness, just word vomit. Trying to break it down. We need to think first, we're going to do some writing, and then we're going to review it. That's what we're aspiring for. It would be great if they could do all the other loops. It's not reasonable. So there's 2 pictures. And so the professional writers in the knowledge management team and our immediate peers, they're thinking about that picture, the loopy one with lots of bits and pieces. Everyone else, the project managers and everyone else, has got the business writing picture if we're lucky. If we're not lucky, they've just got a 1-step thing. Show up, open Word. No, it's not 1 step. 3 steps. Show up to work, open Word, and write some stuff. And they're done. So what is happening, I think, is that when we're saying, let's use generative AI and some random LLM that's not even keyed to insurance, and we're going to use it to save a bunch of, I don't know, is it time, money, lowering risk? Wasn't clear. We're going to use GenAI to do this magic stuff. Some people in the room are thinking, oh, we've got this really complex thing. We can use it in this little loop here, as we heard before. Right? We can use it for structuring. We can use it maybe for the planning. We might be able to use it, I don't know, can we use it in reviewing, drafting? Little tiny spots. Over here, everyone else in the room is like, we can replace the whole circle. Just whole circle. Don't need to do anything else. We just put stuff in and magic will happen. And that dissonance is what I've identified as what all these problems came out of. Thank you very much for listening.